First off, we'd like to give all power, glory, and honor to
Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
I'd like to give honors unto the brothers out there pumping out the truth, in spirit and in truth and in righteousness. Alright, what we're going to get on today is that the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, He dwells in thick darkness, thick dark clouds and fire. Now the word for thick darkness is Irapah. The word for Zion is Tazayawa. Now when you go into that word Zion, it's also going to mean that a parched place. When you go into the dictionary, the word for parched means very thirsty, dry and hot. That's why there's so many Jakes that's thirsty for every goddamn thing. So there's nothing wrong with the Jake being thirsty, but there is something wrong with him being thirsty for a fucking bitch or a job and not being thirsty for the Most High. Alright? The true thirst is having the true water, the true bread. Therefore you will thirst no more. Alright? Until then we will never be satisfied.
Yeah, what scripture says, out of he that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow living water.
Which means you ain't thirsty no more. You're giving out water. That's why we're out here. That's why we give honors unto our brothers pumping out the truth. Alright? But the topic of today really is that the Most High dwells in thick, dark clouds. So when you see a big ass storm brewing, don't be afraid, because he tells us to fear not, don't be afraid, that is the Most High. Alright? Go ahead, brother.
This is Deuteronomy 4 and 11. And ye came near and stood under the mountain, and the mountain burned with fire unto the midst of heaven, with darkness, clouds, and thick darkness. And the Lord spake unto you out of the midst of the fire.
Out of the what?
Out of the midst of the fire.
Out of the midst of the fire in the clouds and thick darkness, man. Go ahead.
Ye heard the voice of the words, but saw no, what's that, similitude. Only ye heard a voice.
Which means you didn't see the figure. You didn't see the bodily figure of the Most High. You didn't see no similitude. You just heard the voice and you knew he was in that thick, dark cloud and in that fire. You knew he was there, but you can't, like Yahushai said, y'all haven't seen his face. Y'all don't even know what his body form is. Alright? Go ahead.
It says, and he declared unto you his covenant which he commanded you to perform, even 10 commandments, and he wrote them upon 2 tablets of stone.
That's right there. And he wrote them upon 2 tablets of stone, even 10 commandments that he wrote. The Most High wrote the 10 commandments for Israel to uphold. The Most High don't care about all the other nations upholding it, but he does care about Israel, his wife, the one that he is married and joined unto. Go ahead, brother. Stop it right there. Stop it.
This is 2 Chronicles 6 and 1. Then said Solomon, the Lord hath said that he would dwell in thick darkness.
Now who said that? Solomon. How you say Solomon in Hebrew? Shalamah. What is the root word of Solomon? Shalom, which is peace. Alright? So Shalamah, Shalom is all Solomon, man. That's why we say peace unto our brothers. Shalom, Ahwa. Shalom, Ahwa. Shalom, Ahwa, sister, mother. We're not here to give out hatred and evil towards the world. The world's already fucking evil. And the only peace that the world is going to receive is a peace of mind of knowing this knowledge. That's the only peace there is. Without this, there is no peace. Right. Give me 5 and 22.
This is Deuteronomy 5 and 22. The words of the Lord spake unto all your assemblies in the mount, out of the midst of the fire.
Out of the what?
Out of the midst of the fire. Of the cloud and of the thick darkness.
Of the cloud and of the thick darkness. So the Most High dwells in fire, in clouds, in thick darkness, and in Israelites. He don't dwell in no building made by fucking hands. Go ahead, brother.
It says, with a great voice, and he added no more, And he wrote them, and oh, slightly, I was starting at 22 again. It says, these words the Lord spake unto all your assembly in the mount of the midst of the fire, out of the cloud and of the thick darkness with a great voice, and he added no more, and he wrote them in 2 tablets of stone and delivered them unto me. And it came to pass when
hold on. Now he said, and he wrote them on 2 tablets of stone. Moses didn't write it.
Right.
Moses received it. The Most High wrote them. That's why he stated that the Lashawan Qur'an is a holy language, because Moses didn't write that. The Most High wrote it for Moses and told Moses, I command you to command these people to teach them these commandments, my judgments, my ordinances, my statutes, my law, my ways. Don't learn the ways of the Americans. Don't learn the ways of the British. Don't learn the ways of the Hamites. Learn the ways of an Israelite. Learn the ways of me. Don't learn the ways of the Muslims, which is big on our people too. The majority of our people either went to Muslim, they went to Black conscious now, or they're still stuck in that Jesus doctrine. There's nothing wrong with the Most High's word, but there's something wrong with the Jesus doctrine. Well, that's not even his name. That's why that doctrine's already screwed. You're not even having the right name, right? The Most High dwells in fire, in thick clouds, in thick darkness, man. In that smoke. Go ahead, brother.
It says, and it came to pass, when ye heard the voice out of the midst of the darkness, for the mountain did burn with fire.
The what?
For the mountain did burn with fire, that ye came near unto me, even all the heads of your tribes and your elders. And ye said, behold, the Lord our power hath showed us his glory and his greatness, and we have heard his voice out of the midst of the fire.
So what was the Most High's power, his glory, his greatness? Being in the midst of the fire, and the thick dark cloud, and showing himself, revealing himself, like in Revelation, it's a revealing himself unto his people. I'm going to do something that the rest of those nations don't have. You got a living God, Israel. Your God lives. All these other peoples, their God don't live.
Look at all the stuff. This is Exodus 10 and 22. And Moses stretched forth his hand towards heaven, and there was a thick darkness in all the land of Egypt 3 days. They saw not one another, neither rose any from his place for 3 days, but all the children of Israel had light in their dwelling. And Pharaoh called unto Moses and said, go ye, serve the Lord, only let your flocks and your herds be stayed. Let your little ones also go with you. And Moses said, thou must give us also sacrifices and burnt offerings, that we may sacrifice unto the Lord our God. Our cattle also shall go with us. There shall not be an hoof be left behind. For therefore must we take to serve the Lord our power. And we know, and we now know, and now not, and know not that what we must serve the Lord until we come thither. And the Lord,
which means we don't know what the Lord's going to ask us.
Right.
And if we leave it here, then he's going to be like, bring me this. We're going to tell him, oh, we left that back in Egypt. You know what he's going to do to us? He's going to fuck us up. So no, if we don't all leave, we ain't budging. We all must leave. Because when he took us out of Egypt the first time in the Exodus, He took us all out, and then in the wilderness, he killed the wicked and left their ass to die in the wilderness. But he took their ass out of captivity. So when we leave this time, all those that are still alive, we're all going to leave. You're not going to be left behind. Your goods are not going to be left behind. The true good is this word. But as far as your gold and silver, we're going to borrow like we borrowed last time. And those people, they're going to willingly give it up. And we still going to spoil them because that's the words of the Most High. All right? You got the one in Zephaniah? Please bring that.
This is Zephaniah 1 and 15. That day is a day of wrath